Riding into town for a celebration. If the thrilling pickets feel like riding into town.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, howdy, stranger.
Is this Pigottsville?
It sure is.
But our agent booked us to give a show at the big hotel here.
Oh, that'll be the Lone Star. Here it is.
Get the big hotel.
I could murder that guy.
Howdy, folks. You the vote of elect I sent for?
Sure, the dancing delays, Lilac.
And Buddy.
Always on their toes.
Jed Harper, owner of the Lone Star Hotel. Got a nice double room for you.
2 singles, please.
We're only engaged. What kind of show do you want us to put on here tonight anyway?
Well, I reckon we might have a bit of a sing-song. And, little Missy here could dance with some of the boys.
I beg your pardon.
I'll have you know Miss Delaney is a lady.
You're damn right I am.
We're the dancing Delaney's. And you treat us like we're a couple of bums. Maybe you don't know it, but we're a draw.
They wouldn't know what a draw was.
Is that so? Lady, we have the biggest draw in Texas getting in on the train any minute now. One guy arriving with $1 million.
$1 million?
Sure. Old man Piggott left $1 million to his nephew Percy Val from England.
I may be dumb, but just who was this old man Piggott?
He was the big oil boss, lady.
Should have seen the town in his day. Pigottsville was something then. Drink, gambling, women.
Paris has nothing on Pigottsville.
Too bad the Piggotts had to pull out.
But they're coming back.
Yes, sir, this guy from England sure is going to wake things up.
And that's what this town needs.
Yes, sir, money flowing. You don't know them Pigotts. They're just natural-born hell-raisers.
Can they spend? We'll all be in the money.
You seem mighty certain of that, mister.
I sure am. This Percy Piggott ain't going to be no tightwad. He's a grand English gentleman, all the way from Lancashire.
He'll be easy picking, Sheriff, if you get what I mean.
Come on, Lilac. Get slicked up, honey. We're about to meet a millionaire.
I'd better get warmed up.
Jen, fellas, there's a taxi coming down the highway.
Gosh darn it, that'll be him.
Hey, wait a minute, stop it. Put me down, you daft
gormless lot.
You've got it all wrong.
Oh, welcome, Mr. Piggott.
My name's Motty Whittle. I'm not Mr. Piggott.
No, he's not Mr. Piggott, he's my dad.
Not Mr. Piggott? No!
That's what I've been trying to tell you all the time.
I won't have it, and I won't pay. You can't diddle me. I come from Newton Le Willows. $4 just from the station. Your clock must be fast. I've paid in taxes before, you know. Twice. $4. Motty, how much is that in English money?
28 shillings.
28 shillings? I'll give you £0.50.
Welcome to Pigottville, mister. My name's Jed Harper.
How do you do, Mr. Harper? $4.
Welcome to you, Mrs. Piggott.
But I'm not Mrs. Piggott.
Not yet, but you never can tell.
Percy, please, you mustn't.
This is Miss Sandy Whittle.
How do you do?
Howdy, Miss Whittle.
And the dad, Motty Whittle.
Howdy, Motty.
How you do? We all come from the same place.
Aye, we're from Newton Le Willows.
The Newton Le Willows.
But there's not many places like Newton Le Willows.
No.
You're a relation, mister?
Percy worked for Dad.
Best window cleaner in Lancashire were Percy. And when we heard about his little bit of luck, I said to Sally, if Percy's going all the way to Texas, we're going with him. Keep an eye on him.
That's right.
And a good job you came. $4.
You have to be careful.
Mister, I keep the Lone Star Hotel, best liquor in town. When are you throwing the parties?
Party? It isn't Christmas.
I've got 3 rooms all ready for you.
3 rooms? You can make it 2, lad. Percy and me are mucking together.
Here, can't have a bed to myself.
What for?
Well, I'm a big lad now.
You have it if you want it, Percy.
Come, lass, he's not made of money. He's not but 1 million.
He's right, Sally. I may have a bit of brass now, but you never know what'll happen. And when I've had talk to lawyers, back it all goes into Penny Bank at Newton Le Willows.
Aye.
Like to see rooms now, folks?
Yes, please. Come on, Percy.
Oh, Mr. Piggott, the gang haven't come into town for a celebration. I guess you'd like me to serve them drinks at the Lone Star?
What, all of them?
Aye. Now, Dad, Percy mustn't be mean.
No, Motty, I mustn't be mean. They've come here especially to welcome me, and I'm showing me appreciation. Here, mister, let's have a do. Give them all lemonade.
Percy Piggott, you're dying gutter.
Lemonade? Aye, lemonade. And make 'em big uns. I may seem rather careful, a little slow to spend. Don't often push the boat out and haven't cash to lend. It's not the time of meaning or spending goes amiss. In confidence I'll tell you folks the reason for it is I'm saving up for Sally, saving for a rainy day. I'll see what I can spare, a penny here and there. And just to keep us off the rocks, I'll pop it in me money box. So I'm not the lad to daddy. Oh, Sally, I'm as proud as I can be. It's a lovely thing to be her beau, but all the same, I'd like to know if Sally's saving up a bit for me. I haven't popped the question or asked her to be mine. For Sally's such a darling, I'll have to toe the line. It may be any minute, I hope she'll say I will. But till I pluck me courage up, I'll keep on saving still. Cause I'm saving up for Sally, saving for a honeymoon. I'll have to buy a ring, a mattress in the spring. There's one thing that I'll have to get, a nice new shiny bassinet and a cottage up the alley. We'll have to be as smart as it can be. But before I go to that expense, I'd like to know in self-defense if Sally's saving up a bit for me.
He's saving up for Sally, saving for a rainy day. He saves what he can spare, a penny here and there, and just to keep him off the rocks he pops it Sally, but Sally is not a lad to dally. Oh, Sally is as proud as he can be. It's a lovely thing to be held over all and sing. I'd like to know if Sally's singing up a thing for him. If Sally's singing up a thing for him.
Did you see what he looked like?
Oh, no, John, it just missed him. Maybe we can get him by ourselves later on.
Oh, buddy, do you really think this Mr. Pickett might back our show?
What man that throws his money around like water? Sure, it's in the bag. I can see it now. Percy Pickett presents Got a Girl by Buddy the Lady on Broadway, starring you.
Me? On Broadway?
Sure, and then we can get married. Wait.
What's the matter?
Oh, I'm just looking at the naming lights.
No, hold it. While I look at yours.
Better get your telescope, kid. They put authors' names mighty small.
Oh, buddy, wouldn't it be wonderful?
Oh, would it? Come to think of it, that's a darn good way of losing your gal.
Now, buddy.
What do I guess when you belong to Broadway?
Me, you big dope.
Uh-huh. Oh, I ain't much good at sharing.
Do you know, I sometimes wonder how I could have been dumb enough to fall in love with you.
Is that so?
Yes, it is. Have you ever contemplated that you kind of complicated?
You think you're as simple as pie? Well, I'm darned if I know just why. I'm a scatterbrain, and I can't explain that thing about you. That certain strange, exciting thing that only you can play.
Though you're quite a guy, I could never tie a string about you. You're good as good, and bad as bad, and never you're twice the same.
Words seem to fail me, and I'm all at sea.
There's no describing my favorite personality.
It'd take too long to compose a song to sing about you. And so I guess I must confess, when all my thinking is through, that the thing about you, baby, is that you're you.
Do I gather from that build-up I'm a form that can't be filled up?
So what's use in breaking our necks? You're the formula known as X.
Going in for some lemonade. It's mighty fine. Mighty fine.
No thanks, I don't use it.
Oh, do have some, miss. You can have a bun and all if you like.
You don't say. A whole bun?
Well, you could have 2 buns if you wanted them.
Oh, come on, Lilac.
I'm Percy Piggott, the millionaire.
You're Mr. Piggott, the millionaire?
Well, I'm 2 gun Piggott now.
And you were going to give me 2 whole buns?
Well, wait a minute. I were a bit rash when I said that. You could have 2 little uns.
Mr. Piggott, I'd like to have a word with you, sir. You don't know who I am, but,
Oh, yes, I do. You're the lawyer fella from New York.
Wrong. This is Miss Lilac Delaney, the musical comedy star.
Oh, how do you do?
Go on. Pleased to meet you. Turned out nice again, hasn't it?
You've heard of her, of course.
No, not in Newton the Widows. We only have the Archers there.
At the moment, she's studying her part for her next big production.
It's called The Garter Girl.
Here's the script. We can stage it tomorrow.
And what a story!
New York in the naughty 90s.
Glamour and glitter.
Garters and girls.
And I'm the Garter Girl.
Get this for her opening entrance. Act 1, Scene 1, the famous Astor Roof Garden.
A party's on.
Posse of waiters come on and carry a gigantic pie. The crust is cut. Yahoo! Out jumps.
The Garter Girl. Me.
Do you come out of a pie?
Out of a pie.
Well, I'll go to our house.
Pardon?
Yeah, I'd like to see you come out of a pie.
You would? Then that's settled.
What's settled?
We'll let you back the show.
It's a chance of a lifetime.
$100,000 will see it on.
And you might make $1 million.
But I've already got $1 million.
Oh, but that won't last forever. Percy.
I'm a bit giddy.
Who are these people?
This fella's a theatrical. And this young woman's coming out of a pie.
Out of a pie?
In a gatters.
Percy.
Oh, we're just telling Mr. Piggott about our forthcoming musical comedy production.
On Broadway, honey. Little knock-a-froing. How wonderful.
And they're going to let me give them the money to do it.
Oh, Father.
Oh, it's all right, Sally. Don't bother Lottie. I'm sorry, young fella. But I don't think show business is quite in my line.
Now, just think about it, Mr. Piggott. You don't have to say yes right now.
Of course you don't.
No, we'll come back in a couple of minutes. Mrs. Piggott, talk to your husband. I can see you're all for it.
Come on, buddy. What's all this Mrs. Piggott stuff? People here do seem to jump to conclusions.
You're not worried, are you?
Percy, what's all this about putting cash into a show? I've heard that's a certain way of losing money.
I'm not putting my money into a show. I've got something to keep my money for now.
Have you?
You understand, don't you, Sally?
Percy, I don't see what you being a millionaire's got to do with me. I'm just an ordinary girl.
That's not to swank about. I'm just an ordinary chap. When I was just a kid, like all the others did, I used to dream about me life's ambition.
Did you?
In turn I planned to be a sailor on the sea, a crew, a Boy Scout, or a politician. But here I am with all the dreams I've had, an ordinary chap, but still I'm glad.
Are you?
Ordinary people like you and me, happy and contented as we can be. We can walk on air on our ordinary street, rolling hand in hand along an ordinary street. Ordinary people are we until the ordinary time of day is full. At when the ordinary moon is in the ordinary sky, for
extraordinary things we do.
I've had my dreams as well, though they're not much to tell. My schoolgirl head was filled with idle fancies, and most of all by far, I long to be a star, the heroine of Hollywood romances. But here I am with nothing as I planned, an ordinary girl, and she is grand.
Ordinary people like you and me, happy and contented as we can be. We can walk on air on our ordinary feet, holding hand in hand along an ordinary street. Ordinary people are we until the ordinary time of day is through. But when the ordinary moon is in the ordinary sky, what extraordinary things we do. We do. What extraordinary things we do.
Oh, Sally.
Do you think you're going to like living here?
Living here? Not me. Once I've seen lawyers, we're all going back to Newton the Willows.
Dad and I may be, but you've got an house here.
A house? Since when? I've only been here 5 minutes. I've been aimed down for 4 years at home and haven't got one yet.
It was your uncle's, and now it belongs to you.
Is that mine? I don't feel funny. You know, Sally, I've never owned anything all to myself before. And when I've seen this lawyer, if everything's all right, I'm going to ask you something.
Are you?
I am and all.
Come on, Percy, let's go and look at it.
Bad gum. I'm going to have one of them when they're ripe. Don't they grow big cucumbers here?
Let's knock.
That's my gum. Come on, let's run.
Percy, it's your ass.
Mr. Piggott,
Aye?
Percival Gordon Kitchener Piggott,
Aye?
born
I think so.
10th of June 1909 to 11 Albert Street, Newton the Willows in the Duchy of Lancaster.
Well, if I wasn't, my mother's been telling stories.
Mr. Piggott, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm George Connolly, representing your late uncle's estate, and I was just going over the house.
It looks as though it could do with a bit of going over. I get me bucket of moss leather out this morning. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Connolly. This is Miss Whittle. We know each other.
How do you do?
How do you do, young lady? Now, if you wouldn't mind just leaving us for a moment.
Oh, no. I've no secrets from Sally, mister.
Under the terms of your late uncle's will, all I have to say must be said in absolute privacy.
Of course, Percy. I understand perfectly, Mr. Connolly. I must go and see what's happened to Dad.
But don't be far away, Sally, because when I've seen it, I have something to say to you in absolute privacy. Isn't lovely?
Yes, very charming. Now, Mr. Piggott, if we could get down to business.
I should have popped the question when I was in the mood. I'd have to wake myself up all over again.
I must have your full attention, sir.
Yes. Eh? Oh yes, I'm sorry. You know how it is when I'm with Sally, I get sort of carried away.
Now, your uncle was a fabulously wealthy man. Do you appreciate?
This is a snapshot of Sally and me when we were on holiday in Blackpool.
Mr. Piggott, do you appreciate that the estate left to you?
Oh, I know. $1 million. That's the Blackpool Tower. And you see them 3 donkeys? Well, we went to ride on them. There were one fat woman of 18 stone sat on that little one, and it bent in the middle.
Mr. Piggott, it's not $1 million. It's $8 million.
You fancy $8 million. Look. What? 8 million? But it couldn't.
Yes, sir. 1 million to be paid forthwith.
Forthwith?
Yes, sir, and a further 7 million to be paid.
I know. With forth?
No. After you have carried out the conditions of the will.
Conditions? What conditions? Oh, there's a catch in it, is there?
Well, there is. In order to inherit the full amount, you have to spend $1 million by the 1st of January next.
What, spend $1 million in 4 months? Oh, my Uncle Daft?
No, sir, but your uncle hated meanness, so he swore that...
I bet he did. I'd have done and all.
That he wouldn't leave his estate to anyone who couldn't spend money.
Going a bit of a busted one thing, but $1 million in 4 months? Only a government could do that. It isn't respectable.
Well, you can, of course, refuse the legacy.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. But how am I going to do it?
That is your affair. Now...
Somebody come in.
As the 3 minor conditions. 1, the money must be spent, not given.
That's fair enough.
2, you mustn't tell a living soul what you are attempting to do.
What, not tell anyone? Not even Sally?
No, sir. Oh, and finally, clause 3. No matrimonial entanglements whatsoever.
What, no courting? Oh, well, in that case, it's all off.
You really mean that?
Aye, no courting.
Oh, that is a pity. Because I brought a little on account.
I don't care what you brought me. Could I have a little touch? 8 million and no courting? Oh, dear, but what about Sally, though?
If the lady really cares, believe me, Mr. Piggott, she'll wait. Or perhaps you'd rather tell her there's no inheritance at all.
Well, you see, it's a bit awkward. I'm half spoken for already. No, don't put it away. I'll get over it some road. You say I have to spend it in 4 months? I'll make it easy for myself. I'll spend it in 4 weeks.
My congratulations, Mr. Piggott. And now, good evening, sir.
Are you going?
Yes, sir, I have my train to catch. Remember the conditions, 4 months, and go right ahead. You have my address in New York. Goodbye and the best of luck. And I'll see you on New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year. Sally, Lottie, where are you?
What's to do?
Percy?
Has he gone?
Aye.
What happened? Did you get the money?
Ah,
Eh? Jumping Josaphat. Here, you best let me take care of that.
be quiet, Dad. Leave Percy alone. He's got something to tell me.
What's he got to tell you?
Well, can't you guess?
Oh, sure, I get it. Come on, you guys.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh, no, come back, everybody. Don't leave me.
But Percy, you said...
I know I did. I was here when I said it, wasn't I? It's a bit funny now.
Funny?
Well, it's a bit awkward. I mean, there's a lot of business.
Business?
Business I don't understand.
I can't explain, look. But when the man comes in the money, things sort of happen.
Of course. I'm sure you must be very busy now.
Oh, Sally, it's one of the conditions.
Conditions? What are you talking about?
He said it were going to be awkward. What do you want?
A little matter of $16.50.
16.5 bucks? What for?
For lemonade.
Lemonade be damned. Give them all champagne.
Champagne?
Yes, sir.
Champagne? Percy Piggott, have you gone daft?
No, I haven't, but I've started. I've got money now, and I'm going to do things in style.
3 cheers for Percy Rockefeller.
Hip, hip, oh!
Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
Who's this?
Well, that's Lilac Delaney. I'm going to back her show.
You really mean it?
I don't tell lies.
You lovely great hunk of man.
Brother, you won't regret it.
Back her show? What show?
It's all about the pie. With women rushing in and out in the gutters.
Yes! You'll back no show. You lose every penny you've got.
That's That's my business.
Percy Piggott, have you gone stark staring mad?
No, I haven't. But I've started. Here's the month's salary in advance.
Oh, catch me, buddy.
And here's the month's salary for you.
But I got
Now. No backing out.
No backing out. Oh, we're going to peck. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Well, I've never acted, but I can try.
Not in my show. You're manager of firm.
What firm?
The Percy Piggott Window Cleaning Corporation. We buy some buckets this morning. Here's a month's wages for you. Sally, you ought to be secretary. Here's 2 months' wages in advance for you.
No, thank you.
But Sally, I've got to have a secretary and someone to look after me.
I'm sure you can find plenty of people to do that. Daddy, take me away.
There. Don't worry, love. He's not himself. It's not Percy Piggott speaking. It's the lemonade.
Oh, is it? Bring on that champagne. Here, meet me first. I'm paying for it.
Come on, folks. Here's to Percy Piggott, the biggest hellraiser of them all.
Ship goes a billion, it's a great sensation. Keeping cash in circulation. I'm not saving up and gone before hang. Got no money, wasting time in the bank. Ship goes a million, gonna start a party. Dish the dollars like a clown. Easy come and easy go. And don't be dumb, but spend all the dough. Ship goes a million and a million. Percy Piggott's in town. When you fall for someone and you give your heart away, every single time you meet, it's window shopping day. Diamond necklace told on me, the biggest car you bought. You go crazy, but you think you're going to buy a lot. It goes a million, it's a great sensation. Keeping cash in circulation. We're not saving up and on beforehand. Got no money, wasting time in the bank. Six goes a million, gonna start a party. Dish the dollars like a clown. Easy come and easy go. Don't be dumb, but spend all your dough. Six goes a million and a million. Two gun Piggott's in town.
Why, here's a picture of you, Miss Van Norden, next to Percy Piggott.
Who in heaven's name is Percy Piggott?
You don't know? Why, he's front page news, Miss Van Norden.
I'll say he's just come into $1 million. And they say he isn't married, he's all alone. His secretary, Miss Whittle, comes in here for a hairdo.
Secretary? I thought you said he was alone.
Oh, it's nothing like that. Miss Whittle's a sweet girl.
She should be with $1 million worth of sugar.
Okay, Miss Van Norden.
Where did you say he has his offices?
Mr. Piggott, the Rockefeller Plaza. And the parties he gives. Why, anybody who's anybody goes to them.
Then I expect we shall meet. In fact, I'm sure we shall. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miss Van Norden. Gee, a quarter. What a stinker.
Shirley, please. Her father's a banker.
And what kind of a banker? My dad says old man Van Norden ought to be in jail.
Good afternoon, Mr. Delaney. Haircut?
Not today, Johnny. Just a shine.
I've just been reading about your new play.
Really?
And about how Mr. Pickett's going to spend all that money on it.
Really?
And about his store, Miss Lilac Lamore. He looks lovely.
She is, isn't she?
She's new, isn't she? How's she coming on?
Miss Lamore's doing great.
Says here how he discovered her. Oh boy, he must be quite a picker.
Get a move on, Henrietta. I'm in a hurry.
I'm getting better, Mr. Delaney.
Good afternoon, Miss Whittle.
Manicure, Miss Whittle.
I haven't time. Just a jar of foundation cream, please.
Gee, must be wonderful to be private secretary to such an important person like Percy Piggott. He had his hair cut twice yesterday, and 8 shampoos all in a row.
Fancy that.
I think he was just trying to get rid of his money.
Or his hair. I wish you wouldn't keep talking about Mr. Piggott. I'm sorry, but nobody ever seems to talk to me of anything else.
Sorry, Miss Whittle.
Well, I wonder who that can be over there.
Who's that?
Name's Delaney, ma'am.
Bertie!
Hi, Sally.
I say, did you hear what I said?
I did. And the same goes to me too, honey. Gee, there are times I'd like to get a crack at that nut.
You should be pleased. After all, he is making Lilac into a Broadway star.
Oh, sure, I know. But does she have to drag him around everywhere she goes? Oh, I'm sorry, Sally Briggs. It's just burning me up.
I thought once he was going to say something. You know how you think. But he never has. I suppose I must have got it all wrong. I can't blame him, can I?
We can't blame anyone, but we can't help remembering.
It's so difficult to forget.
It takes no time to fall in love, no time at all to fall in love.
One moment you can be so fancy free, so clever.
And then you find your peace of mind that's gone forever.
It takes no time to say a word. The only word you seem to know. And from the very start, your happy heart got fluttering like a dove.
It takes no time at all to fall in
Can't think how it happened. Oh, but it surprised me. No one had advised me what to do.
Can't think how it happened. Strange but rather frightening, like a song of lightning from the blue.
Just a chapping a cap on the street in the rain.
Just the ghost of a smile from a girl on a train.
And it's something the heart can't explain.
evening, Mr. D.
Hi, Eddie. Hi, kids. Lilac around?
She's in her dressing room. Some packages just came for her. Call Miss Lamore somebody.
Miss Laymore. When she first joined my act, her name was Nellie Crumb. Mr. Piggott's been around yet?
Not yet.
Well, how is everything? Everything up to schedule?
If you've got anything funny to say, you put it in your script. Up to schedule. I'm all behind. This show will never be ready.
What's wrong now?
Piggott makes me work on a new number every day.
Was somebody asking for me?
Oh, get there.
Indian summer, eh? Kind of warm for fur coat, isn't it, Don?
Not for a fur coat as hot as this.
Well, you look Georgia all the way. Blue mink? Who wanted blue mink?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it must have been Percy P. His card was with it.
You mean the coat's not for the show? There's a gift from him to you?
Gosh sakes! Can a gentleman give a girl a little souvenir without everybody acting as though she'd stolen it?
Okay, kids, we'll take that number now. Clear everybody.
So that's it. I suppose you think you're doing great.
You quit the act.
So I quit the act.
Well, what are you beefing about? You said you wanted me to get right to the top.
Yeah, but I didn't say how.
I resent that. Mr. Piggott is a gentleman.
Sure, all the way from the word stop.
Well, what would you know about that?
I'll break it up. Lila, go and get changed.
But I've been insulted.
Well, get going, Dee. You've been insulted before.
Yes, but never by an author.
You hear that? She called me an author.
Well, get off the stage and I'll keep your secret.
But I wrote this show.
Well, don't tell anybody. Okay, kids, we'll take the routine again.
And let's get it right next time.
1, 2, 3, and...
Ah, it's a right big one and all. Stretches all the way from there to there.
Hold it, everyone, hold it. Good evening, gentlemen. More authors?
I'm just showing a friend of Percy's round. This is Mr. Van Norden. Ah, it's a right big one, and it's got a row of little bubbles all the way along.
Oh, that's fine. Get the hell out of it. Stand over there.
If I had him in Newton, he will.
Don't talk. Okay, we'll start again. 1, 2, 3, and...
It's a right big one and all.
Hold it, everyone, hold it.
You see, we got it over there. A right big one. And it stretches from there right over to there. And it's got a row of little bubbles on it.
Good evening, Mr. Piggott.
Hello, Eddie. Good evening, girls.
Hi, Miss Piggott.
I just brought a couple of friends of mine to have peep at show.
Oh, sure, Mr. Piggott. I'm afraid things are pretty rough just yet. We're still busy trying to lick them into shape.
Our peep behind the scenes is new and interesting to us from the outside world.
It's all too intriguing, Percy. I just don't know how you do it, and I'm so proud of you.
Well, I don't know. There's really nothing to it.
I'm going to tell hundreds of my most intimate friends all about the show.
Excuse me. Mr. Piggott, would you okay this?
What's that?
It's the material for the finale costumes, imitation silver.
Imitation silver? But I want gold, real gold. No imitations for me.
But gold frocks for them girls will cost thousands.
There won't be that much of them. I'll see some diamond necklaces in morning.
Sure, Mr. Piggott.
Can't they go on stage without diamond necklaces?
And catch their death of cold.
And that's the drawing for the Cuban scene, PP.
Oh, it's got to be bigger than that. We've got to have it right round the back of the stage. With Nelson's column in the middle.
But PP, the place isn't big enough for that.
Not big enough. Then push out some of the walls. With all the girls we've got.
Well, it's what you ordered, sir.
Well, I want 50 more.
But PP, there won't be room for them on the stage.
Well, let them sit in the stalls.
But those are $10 each.
Good. Charge it up to me. The orchestra's all okay. They make a nicer noise. All 26 of them. Have you gone daft? What do you do? I make her the conductor. Oh, you make her the conductor? Yeah. Well, I want 100 musicians down there, and 2 to make her the conductor. 1 on each side. 100 musicians, but The orchestra pit is not big enough.
Well, tell them to dig pit deeper.
Are you aware, Percival Piggott, that this show's costing $200,000 already?
200? 200? But you promised me 300. What have you done with money?
Well, we managed to save you a few thousand here and there.
Well, don't do it again. Understand? All of you.
Yes, Mr. Piggott.
If I say spend $300,000, you spend it. I can't afford to put on a cheap show.
Cheap show?
Well, that's that. You see what I'm up against? Well, they never do anything, you tell them.
They have your foresight, your breadth of view. They think in pennies while you dream in dollars. What do you say, my dear?
I think he spends far too much time over silly details. You look tired, Percy, dear.
I do feel a bit done up.
Father was only saying this evening, you want to get away from New York for a bit.
Absolutely essential. My yacht, Pleasure Cruise, is anchored off Sheep's Head Bay.
Do you think I ought to go boating?
Yachting, dear. But Percy, a man in your social position should have a yacht of his own. You need an escape from silly life.
I never thought about that. A yacht.
In another minute, Percy, you'll be persuading me to part with a Pleasure Cruise.
Yeah, a yacht. I fancy myself on the yacht.
If he wants to go on water, he can ride on ferry.
Shut up, Motty. It's expensive.
You two men talking over right away.
It's not the money.
Oh, Mr. Piggott, I really must thank you for this cute, adorable little fur coat.
Well, it's nothing really. It's just something a couple of my ferrets picked up. Meet a couple of pals of mine, Mr. Van Norden, Miss Paula Van Norden. Lilac Lamour.
Oh, how do you do? Isn't this just the darlingest little number?
We can't have our star walking round in rags, you know.
Congratulations, Miss Lamore. I know what a girl has to do to get a little mink.
Aye, aye. They're off at Stockton.
Oh, and what does a girl have to do to get a little mink?
What minks do.
That has all the earmarks of a dirty crack.
I seem to have hit the nail right on the head.
Sister, the hitting on the head is about to begin.
Now, girls, don't upset yourself.
Now, Paula, my dear, don't make a scene.
Hey, Lilac, don't be upset.
If you think I'm going to stand here and be high-hatted by that society, alley cat.
Alley cat?
Yes, alley cat.
No, what's wrong with alley cats? They're lovely little things. You've only to stroke them like that, and they go brrrr.
I'll break this up, people. I need the stage.
You need the stage? Thanks a lot, Eddie. Your salary's up 1,000.
Oh, thanks. I'll pull it on the fight comes off. Clear everybody and let's do the number.
Come on, Paula. I'll take you up front to watch.
And keep her quiet. This is my big
champion, look. And if it's not big enough, you just tell me, and I'll order you a bigger one. Come on, Paula.
Stand by to drop in the cloth. We're going for rehearsal. And if you don't mind, Miss Lamore, would you just ease yourself out of that Park Avenue skunk? Thank you. Don't hurry, anybody. We might save somebody some money, and that'd be just too bad.
And Chiquita, what's her name? She's a dancer, knew the answer. Every movement in the game. A bolero,
Chinatown, her mind was just a blur. She was there to give New York a Spanish lesson, and by golly, here's what New York did to her.
It's lovely to find you all alone.
It's lovely to find you all alone, too.
I don't see much of you these days.
Well, I've been so busy.
Busy? Do you running around being busy?
Busy's too good a name for it. It's damned hard labour.
Then why are you doing it?
Oh, I wish I could tell you. Sally?
Oh, Percy. You're not the careful lad I used to know in Newton the Willows. The one who used to make such a fuss over 2 1 and 3s at the pictures.
Do you remember when we used to sit in the stalls sucking bugs? Sally, let's sneak off the pictures now.
Oh, yes!
Come on.
No, not with you, Percy. You'd only try and buy the cinema. Besides, haven't you got a date with Miss Lilac Lamore?
A date? With Lilac?
Aye.
But I don't have dates with Lilac. I only buy things.
You mean you're not in love with her?
Me? In love with Lilac? Don't be so daft.
Oh, Percy.
And anyone who says I am is telling lies.
What's happened? All of a sudden you're out, Percy, again. Just as we were back in Newton the Willows, walking home alongside the slag heap.
Didn't gaswork smell lovely?
Oh, look, there's the same moon.
So it is. I thought I recognised it. Fancy them having the same moon over here. It must have followed us. I wonder if it's for sale.
Oh, Percy, just stop worrying about money.
Sally, I'm the worrying kind, and I must confess something that's been on my mind, always more or less.
Love's a 50-50 game, and that I can't forget. But I find that all the same, I've landed you in debt.
I owe you for certainly a meaty call out of the blue. I owe you, I do, I do, I do, I do.
I owe you for being so endearing. You might have picked heaven knows who. I owe you, I do, I do, I do, I do.
I'm going to write a business letter and say the things that should be said.
A note from your devoted debtor, and sign at the foot, simply yours in the red.
If I'm blue, it's just because I owe you for being too good to be true. I owe you, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Just because I owe you for being too good to be true. I owe you, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Oh, Sally, ain't it lovely to be in love?
In love?
Well, what do you think I'm doing, holding your pulse?
Percy, you realise what you're saying?
No courting. Yes, I do. I'd forgotten. Thank you for reminding me, Sally. I take it all back.
Take it back? Take it back? And is that all you've got to say to me, Percy Piggott?
Of course, you don't understand, Sally. It's just that I've got to wait.
Wait? Wait for what? As far as I'm concerned, you can wait forever.
No.
You carry on, Mr. Rich Guy. Enjoy yourself. Spend your money on your fur coats and garter girls. You and your society friends. Friends? Twisters more like. Paula Van Norton and her precious father, they'll soon have your money off you, every penny of it.
Do you really think so?
Time they've got left for Percy Piggott from Newton of Willows when he's broke. Do you hear me? Broke! Broke!
Sally! Sally! Oh, women. Women, why can't they understand? They never do know what they want until they get it. When they do, they don't want it. Oh, money. Money, I'm sick of the stuff. All right, Sally, I'll show you. From now on, I'm going to spin myself daft. I'm spending all for Sally, spending for that rainy day. At first I got a laugh, it all seemed rather daft, but now by gum I've got the trick of getting rid of money quick. Oh, I'm not a lad to dally, of Sally I'm as proud as I can be. This is really where it does begin, I'm straining every nerve to win the love that Sally's saving up for me.
It's big business, or so they say. Such big business from day to
shop, they never talk of cuts. And when there is a baseball game, they'll hold down office shuts. And thanks to Mr. Piggott, why we're all going nuts. It's big business, it's great big business, the biggest business in town.
Hey, what's going on here? Is this office going crazy? What are all you girls doing?
Nothing, Mr. Whittle. We're Mr. Piggott's personal secretaries.
What, all of you?
Why, yes. Mr. Piggott likes several copies of every letter.
Has he never heard of carbon paper?
Why, no. Mr. Piggott said carbon copies are cheap.
Carbon copies cheap?
Oh, boss.
What do you want?
Excuse me, sir. I just wanted to know, boss, which of the automobiles Mr. Piggott will be wanting this afternoon. The Rolls, the Bentley, the Jaguar, the Packard, or the Hispano Suiza.
Mr. Piggott can take a taxi.
Sure, we bought a couple of taxi cabs last week. Oh, and sir, the helicopter's just been delivered.
Helicopter?
It's upstairs on the roof.
And what do we want an helicopter for?
Mr. Piggott says to get up to his apartment.
But damn it, there's 6 lifts.
Oh, sure, but he says how's he to get home if there's an elevator strike?
Oh, he did he? Have a nice day.
What's the matter, Dad?
Helicopters. That's what's the matter.
You certainly are getting busy these days.
Busy? In this office? Ah, it's a right hive of industry, filled with the idlest lot of bees.
I'm working double overtime, just writing out checks for Percy to sign.
$10,000, $17,000, $25,000, $60,000. What's this?
For a place called the Willowbank Racing Stable.
Racing stable? What's he want with a racing stable?
Perhaps he needs it to keep the helicopter in.
Hey, what's the matter, love? You're looking proper poorly.
Nonsense, Dad, it's nothing really.
You can't fool your old dad. I know when something's wrong. Eh, 'twere a black day when Percy palled up with them Van Nordens.
They'll ruin him.
Where does he think it's going to get him? That's what beats me.
Maybe that's the answer. There.
Where?
There, Edinburgh's gossip column.
About Percy?
About Percy? Get a load of this. All Manhattan's wondering why Percy Piggott, millionaire dimwit, not content with financing Garter Girl like this looking flop show this season, he's throwing his money around town like a cockeyed mariner. Does big boy from Newton Lee Willows reckon heavy spending will so dazzle a beautiful Paul Van Norden he'll secure himself a classy bride?
But that's libel, that's what that is.
I don't suppose Percy will mind.
To heck with Percy, I don't like it. He can't treat Lila Delaney like this.
Damn Lila Delaney, what about my Sally?
Don't worry about me, Dad. Percy can do what he likes.
Oh, he can he? How many more women does he want? Blasted Mormon.
Just let me get my hands on him, that's all. Hello, who's this? What, you kidding? You don't mean it. What, any sign? Gee, thanks for the tip-off. Holy mackerel.
What is it?
Van Norden Bank.
Well, go on.
They're in trouble, bad trouble. They may even have to close.
But Percy's got $250,000 in that bank.
That much.
What are we going to do?
Do? Don't stand there twittering.
Who's twittering?
Dad, you get Percy on the phone right away. Tell him to come over here. Hurry. I'll make out a cheque for the money, and we'll draw it out before the bank closes. We must save him, whatever happens. Tell a messenger to stand by.
Atta girl.
Hello? Mr. Piggott's apartment. I want to speak to Mr. Piggott. He's not there? What? You what? That's talking.
What is it?
Percy went out an hour ago with a pair of scissors.
Went out with a pair of scissors?
Ah, maybe he's going to cut himself off without a shilling.
Here it comes now.
Just in time. I'll make out the cheque. Woody, will you come with me to cash it?
Sure, I'll help you cash it.
it's a nice weather to come.
Is there?
Next week's not touched yet. Come on, let's get down to business. This is an interesting proposition, ladies. Take down 8 letters.
Yes, Mr. Biggins?
No, make that 8 telegrams, they're dearer. To Oscar Faraday, Esquire, 10 East 63rd Street, New York City. Phone Butterfield 8/9067. Dear Sir, in answer to your letter asking if I will finance your latest invention, I shall be delighted to do so, and am accordingly wiring you herewith the sum of $5,000 in advance. Go right ahead, big boy. Stop. No, that doesn't sound right. Go right ahead, big boy, and don't stop. Stop. Build a factory, if necessary. Build 2 factories. Spare no expense. The market is wide open for your product. Yours sincerely, Percy Bigot. Oh, and P.S. Kindly say in your next letter what it is you have invented. That'll be all, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Biggins.
Oh, mind yourself, lass.
Percy, will you please sign this right away?
$250,000? Yeah, that's grand. How have I managed to spend all that?
You've not spent it, we're saving it for you.
Saving it?
Your Park Avenue friend, Mr. Van Norden, his bank's going bust, and we're taking all your money out.
Sign it, Percy. Do hurry, please. It may be too late.
Then let it be too late. I want it to be too late. I am not taking any of my money out of that bank.
What? You're not?
It wouldn't be sporting. Now listen, Marty. Supposing you had the bank, they were getting a bit dicky. Would you want your friends taking their money out?
Mr. Piggott, please, think about it. Please.
I have fun. I'll leave money where it is.
Holy Mike.
You understand, don't you, Sally?
Yes, I understand perfectly. Your fine friends come first.
Oh, Sally, come back!
Here's your cup of tea, Mr. Piggott.
What's the matter with Sally, Motty?
The matter with Sally is that she can read.
Oh, heck, has she seen that?
She has, and I've seen it too.
And what are you going to do about it?
I'm not going to do anything. I've done it.
You mean you've seen Ellenberg? What happened?
You go down to hospital and take a look.
You socked him?
No, I just gave him a tuppenny one.
But he'll sue you for that.
I hope so. As I drove him to hospital, he mumbled something about $10,000. But I settled out the court.
Attaboy.
I gave him $15,000.
$1,000? Percival Piggott, have you any idea of your present financial position?
Wild, wet and windy.
Buying taxis, clouting columnists, and what's all this about a racing stable?
Oh, that, I bought it for me horse.
And where did you get horse?
In a nightclub.
A horse in a nightclub?
No, not horse. A man who owned it. It's running in the big race this afternoon. I got $5,000 on it to win.
Gee, that's a lot of money.
What's yours called?
Good manners.
Oh, no, not that.
Why? What's the matter with it?
Everything except its name. When the starting tapes go up, it says to the other horses, after you.
And you put $5,000 on it?
Let me lay it off for you, Mr. Piggott.
Oh, Mr. Piggott.
What is it, love?
You asked me to remind you about that stock you bought. United Fertiliser.
Thanks a lot, love. Here, buy yourself a box of chocolates.
Thank you, sir.
Percy, you've not bought United Fertiliser.
Why shouldn't I?
There's been a bumper harvest. Nobody's buying fertiliser. There's going to be a slump.
Are you sure? Can I rely on that?
Sure, you phone your broker right away.
Thanks for the suggestion. Ask him to get Miss Allison on the phone, quick.
That's it, lad. You've got to pull up somewhere. Your bank balance won't stand it.
Hello? Hello, is that Miss Allison? Oh, hello, it's Percy Piggott here, how are you? How's the wife? What, another one? That's 3 golf trophies she's got now. Miss Allison, I want you to buy me another 10,000 shares in United Fertilizer. Ah, that's okay. Send round right away. Mr. Whittle will give you a cheque.
Mr. Whittle won't.
Mr. Whittle will. I know everyone's saying it's the wrong time to buy, but I got a reason. Oh, Miss Allison, do you happen to have a bookmaker? Yeah, be a pal and put $2,000 on good manners to win in the big race this afternoon. Aye, thanks. Thanks a lot. Cheerio, bye. What? Oh no, don't you back it. Yeah, you know, you lads just don't understand this money business.
No, we don't, do we, buddy?
Hello? Oh, Miss Van Norden, send her up, please.
Miss Van Norden.
Hello, Paul, my dear. Come in and sit down. Have your tea. Oh, what a pity. I just had mine.
So this is where you work.
Do you like it?
Rather overwhelming for an office, isn't it? But you've never told me exactly what your business is.
Well, call it frenzied finance.
Frenzied finance. And how are you doing?
Well, I can't complain. I'm spending money.
Yes, you are, aren't you?
And you don't know it, but you've been a great help.
Have I? Percy, did you happen to see Ellenberg's column this afternoon?
And I saw Ellenberg too.
Of course, he had no right to make such a fabulous statement.
Well, I hope it didn't annoy you, Paula.
The idea about being engaged, well, I must admit, I found it a little surprising. After all, we've only known each other for a short while. Though we do have fun, don't we?
Oh, is that what they call it? Getting a bit warm, isn't it?
Percy, are you always as shy as this? Have you never done any courting?
Well, only once to oblige a pal of mine who had flu and couldn't go.
Have you ever put your arm around a girl's waist?
I've done that.
And you've taken her down a country lane and you've kissed her?
I've done that.
And the moon was shining and you've come to a stile and...
I've done that. How's your father?
Very worried, poor man. That's one of the reasons I came to see you this afternoon. There's been a run on the bank and I'm afraid we'll lose everything.
You tell him not to worry. I'm leaving my money where it is.
You mean you'll risk the bank going smash? I think you're the most wonderful man in all the world.
Oh, mother, help, somebody call!
I hate to interrupt a business conference, Mr. Piggott. I thought you'd like to know that Mr. Van Norden's on his way up.
Father, here? I wonder what that could mean.
Oh,
Father! Great news. Percy's standing by the bank.
My boy, I can't thank you enough, but your gallant action has come too late.
Father!
Another half hour we'd have been all right. But the city fire department have called up to say they're sending over a check for $300,000 and want the cash right away.
The cash? Father.
Forgive an old man for taking this so badly, Piggott, but the Van Norden Bank has been my pride and joy, my baby. I've nursed it through good times and bad, and somehow I just can't face up to the fact that in a few moments its door will be closed forever.
Don't worry, we'll keep them open.
Piggott, you don't mean, you can't mean.
You can have your $300,000 in cash right away, and with pleasure.
But suppose the worst happens. Suppose there's a run from another direction before closing time.
Well, we'd have had a little try, won't we? Motty, Sally, Buddy, come quick. Motty, how much money have we got in Manhattan Trust Bank downstairs?
About $300,000. Why?
$300,000. Lovely. Take this cheque downstairs and bring it up in cash. All of it in cash. Remember, in cash. Right away.
What for?
For Mr. Van Norden. I can't see his bank go smash for a paltry $300,000.
Use.
Sally?
So do I.
But Buddy, then you go and hurry. Don't argue. Get downstairs and bring it up in cash. Do you hear? In cash right away.
I must get back to my bank. It's going to be touch and go. Come, Paula. Bless you, Piggott. Oh, must get after that.
That goes for me too, Percy. I know and understand.
Just getting a bit of muck out of my eye. Bang, what a lucky break.
And I'll give you another lucky break. You can accept my resignation.
Now, Motty!
Don't you now motty me. I'm fed up, finished, and far from home.
Go and talk to him, Sally. Make him see sense.
I can't make him see what isn't there.
You were angry with me about Paula.
Not at all. I hope you'll both be very happy.
You ought to thank her, you know.
I'm beginning to think so.
You don't know what she's doing for us.
Doing for us?
She's our best pal, if you only knew it.
Now I know what they're saying about you is true. The money's gone to your head. You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, so you think I'm daft too? I know I look a bit peculiar at times, but there's nothing wrong with me, Sally, nothing. I just need a bit of time. And if you only give me a little longer, I can prove it to you.
OK, Mr. Piggott, I made it.
Good lad. I'll take it down to the Van Norden Bank myself.
Yourself? Who do you think you are, Tarzan? Come on in, boys.
What the blood and sands is all that?
You're $300,000 in cash. The bank ran out of big bills, so we had to get what we could.
Percy! Percy!
Go away, Motty. You sacked yourself.
I'll take it back. I'll take it back, all of it. I'm proud of you. Why, lad, you're a financial genius. Have you not seen ticker tape?
Well, what are you blithering about, Motty? What's happened?
United Fertiliser.
Well, go on. What about it?
United States government.
Well, what about United States government?
Going to fertilise Sahara Desert.
Oh, no.
Aye. There'll be a boom.
Stock's jumped 15 pints. It's up at 65 already.
Just think of it, lad. All that sand turning into millions.
Millions? But it can't. You must stop it.
Nothing can stop you now, you clever lad.
Right, Jiminy. It's up to 77 and rising.
Oh, let me look. United Fertiliser, 79. United Fertiliser, 80. United Fertiliser, 82.
82?
Let me get the telephone. Give me Alison and McCabe, quick.
That's the lad. You buy all you can get.
Buy, you fathead. I'm going to sell.
Sell? It's reaching 85.
Sell? I sell before I'm ruined. Alison and McCabe, quick. This is all your fault. You told me that stock were no good. Alison and McCabe. Alison and McCabe, quick.
Percy, have you heard?
I've heard, all right. There's your dad's loose change. Tell him to take it away, and quick. Oh, I'm sorry, mister, but I got a bit of a crisis. Go and have a cup of tea and a crumpet.
United States 93.
But, my boy, you don't understand. I shan't need this cash.
What? Not need it?
No, Percy, Father's bank is saved.
Yes, sir.
Saved?
And your original deposit is saved with it.
Saved? Then I'm ruined. Oh, mister, do take money, please. Something might happen.
Not on your life, Mr. Piggott. It so happens that the Van Norden Bank was one of the biggest backers of United Fertiliser.
Oh, that blasted stuff again.
98?
98? Only 2 more per ton.
Give me a line. I'll get him myself.
Mr. Piggott, think what you're doing.
Percy, please, for my sake.
Sally, it's for your sake. I'm doing it.
Doing it for her sake? Now I know you're crazy.
And wouldn't you be crazy if you had money crawling all over you? Money, money, money. I can't get rid of the stuff.
Oh, young fella. It's been too much for him becoming a multi-millionaire.
A multi-millionaire? A multi-millionaire? It's a multi-millionaire.
Sensation.
Listen to McKay, but that's... Yes, Percy, it is speaking.
Got no money, wasting time in the bank.
No. No. I'm doing so. Really?
Percy, what happened?
What's happened? What's happened? That blasted horse good manners has won at 100 to 1.
Nonsense. We're all having a wonderful time on Mr. Piggott's yacht.
Why? Why are you not happy? Rarotonga means Isle of Contented Heart.
Rarotonga. Contented Heart. That's a perfect name for this island.
You will find happiness here too.
If only I could.
You will.
please get the party started.
You can do without me.
Now, Sally. You're pretty unhappy, aren't you?
You should talk. Leaving New York with your first show coming on.
Ah, what's left of it?
I'm sick and tired of this, Buddy. The Pleasure Cruise is nothing but a floating hotel. It nearly ruined the Van Nordens, and now it's ruining it Percy.
Oh, you should see him back there with the natives throwing its loot around left and right.
Next thing is he'll buy the island. Oh, Buddy, if we could only get him away from here.
Well, back to New York?
That'd do for a start.
But we can't force him to leave. Or can we?
Can't we, Buddy?
Kidnapping's pretty tough.
But it's in such a good cause. We'd be saving him from himself.
Hi, buddy. Where's this party?
Wait a minute, Sally, I've got an idea. It might work.
What is it?
Don't ask questions. You get back to the yacht. I'll see you there in half an hour. And then, oh boy, New York and lilac. You fellas do a job for me?
Sure, buddy.
Well, I won't say it's exactly on the level, but it's a darn good cause, and I'll make it worth your while.
We don't want your money. We got plenty. All we want is New York.
Well, help me out. You'll be there in a couple of weeks. What? Oh, party's about to start. You get a couple of songbits to roll. The rest of you guys, follow me.
I never thought when I came on the Pleasure Cruise I'd be crowned king of an island, but we're having the champion holiday.
Holiday time, some sunny climes, calling to you and me. You quickly choose a wonderful cruise out on the open sea. The first day you're content, you're awfully glad you went. Oh, what a pleasure cruise to drive away the blues, the pleasures of the pleasure cruise. Down the companionway you fall 10 times a day. Someone finds you sitting on the point of the captain's compass on the deck. You nearly break your neck, you see that you can buy. You dive into the ocean for a swim in such a life, till you find you've been bitten in the bulwark by a shark. Oh, what a pleasure cruise to drive away the blues, the pleasures of the pleasure cruise. Steamers and trams, sugar lamps, amber and green and rain. You shipwrecked your crown, but somehow you found the street happy lights each day. You sail once more then find you've left half the ship behind. Oh, what a pleasure cruise to drive away the blues, the pleasures of the pleasure cruise. Your cabin's far too small, you've got no room at all. In your short shed, laying in your book with your feet through the porthole one dark night. I turn first left, then right, my way I seem to lose. A honeymooning couple then created such a scene, because I was discovered where the bridegroom should have been. Oh, what a pleasure cruise to drive away the blues, the pleasures of the pleasure cruise. Hey, what's to do?
It's okay, boss. Just part of the coronation ceremony. Oh, we're taking you for a ride.
Who are we going on a tata?
Oh, Captain, I've fixed everything, but I don't like it. I was never mixed up in this kind of business before.
It'll work out, Captain, you see.
It's okay for you to talk. You don't have to take the rap.
Well, there's some things, Captain, we just can't do according to the book.
A guy like you can talk a man into scuttling his own ship. I'm going back on board.
Give me a flash when you're all set.
And you'll send the launch?
I guess so, but don't be too long. I don't like the look of this weather.
Oh, you won't regret it. So long, Captain. Thanks a lot. I'll wait here.
Buddy, it's okay. It's all fixed. We've got him.
So we're set for New York.
New York. I'm sick of the darn sea.
I've got news for you. I'm sick of the darn sea, too. When I was just a little guy, I used to get a kick from reading great adventures about the tale of Moby Dick. To run away to sea one day was my dearest vow. After life in the roaring main, you want to see me now. I'm running away to land, the only place for me. Give me the life that I adore, the rollicking, reckless life I took. Into the city streets, I venture everywhere. I'll be get back to Brooklyn where a man can do or dare. I'm longing for romance, spoiling for a fight. But let me get back when the tide just win and a really crazy night. I've travelled around the world to every coral strand. Anyone else can have the sea, I'm running away to land. I'm running away to land, the only place for me. Living a life that I adore, the rollicking, reckless life for sure. Keeping the city streets, I venture everywhere. Let me get back to Brooklyn where a man can do or dare. The romance of the deep, that's just a lot of junk. I'm sick of the movies, every night my breakfast in my bunk. I've travelled around the world to every coral strand. Anyone else can have the sea, I'm running away to land. A nautical existence is monotonous and tame. A million miles of ocean and it's all of it the same. The ships are air-conditioned, there's a lift to go along. The running away to sea for me, it's sissy and it's fun. I'm running away to land, the only place for me. Let me get back to shore again, where women and dolls are men are men. I'm sick of the southern lights, fed up with flying fish. Every time I think of home, I cross my eyes and wish. Wife in every port, they told me was the life. I'd rather be back in a cocktail bar with a port and every wife. I've travelled around the world to every coral strand. Anyone else can have the sea, I'm running away to land. I'm running away to land, the only place for me. Let me get back to shore again, where women are dolls and men are men. I'm sick of the southern lights, fed up with flying fish. Every time I think of home, I cross my eyes and wish. So here's to old New York, we're free to wear the green. To hell with the life on the ocean wave, I'll leave that to aeroplane. I travel the briny blue, but can they understand? Anyone else can have the sea. Anyone else can have the sea. Running away, running away, running away, running away. We'll go back to land.
Calling Motor Yacht Pleasure Cruise. Calling Motor Yacht Pleasure Cruise. Your message received. Here is your weather report. Wind westerly, reaching gale force before midnight. Over and out.
Well done, fellas. Fine job.
Pleasure, Mr. Delaney, pleasure. Good night then, sir. Oh, what shall we do with his clothes?
Put him in the slop chest. Night, fellas.
First we're sent on shore, then we're sent back to ship. My head's going round like a teetotum.
Don't worry, Dad. Is everybody on board, buddy?
Everything's under control.
What is all this? What are you kids talking about?
You'll find out, Mr. Whittle, you'll find out. Hank, Mr. Figger gave me this, the message for his office in New York.
I'm sailing tonight, but the weather report's not too good, Mr. Delaney.
Forget the weather, get it off right away.
What's that? Sailing?
Sailing tonight. Expect dock New York around December 20th. Will cable full instructions later. Regards, Pickett.
Okay, now shoot that off right away.
You bet. Thanks, Mr. Delaney.
Buddy, I demand an explanation.
I'll go see the captain about weighing an anchor. So long, Sally.
What's going on? You're getting me properly flummoxed.
It's perfectly simple, Dad. We're leaving the island tonight, and in 14 days we'll be in New York.
Bit sudden, ain't it? Those Percy's orders.
Well, no.
Then whose are they?
Captain O'Sullivan.
And what's Percy got to say about all this?
We didn't ask him.
You didn't ask him? But supposing he won't go?
Don't worry, he will. We're sailing right away.
You're glad, aren't you?
For Percy's sake, yes.
You're still worrying about that Paula, aren't you?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. You've got the little pride. Don't let pride beat you, lass. He'll come to his senses. And when he does, you see that you're waiting.
Bless you, love. You know, you're a champion father for a girl to have.
Well, I try, you know. But you being only one, I never had much practice.
What's the meaning of all this?
Where's Percy?
Who gave orders for this yacht to sail?
Orders? Who should give orders? Why, owner, I expect.
This is Percy's yacht, you know.
I am aware of that, but where is he?
To tell you the truth, I don't rightly know.
Perhaps you could inform us, Miss Whittle?
Not at this moment, Miss Van Norden. Come on, Dad. Let's splice the main brace.
Aye, aye, Captain. Shiver me timbers. Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum.
Now, what is all that about?
They're up to something. I tell you, I never did trust that
My dear Paula, the child's just a nobody.
They're all a bunch of nobodies, and that goes for Percy Piggott, too.
My dear, you're not going sour on him.
What do you expect me to do? Run around after him doing the dance of the seven veils?
He may not be out of the top drawer, but I have him interested in a couple of projects.
Ah, I'm sick of your projects. I'm sick of Percy Piggott, too.
Right now, things are pretty tight on Wall Street.
So I can go around making a fool of myself in front of all my friends?
I don't get you.
You don't get anything, not even the cracks I've had to put up with since I started going around with that dumb dope.
Piggott's a shrewd young man.
Shrewd father, be your age.
How about United Fertilizer?
Sucker's luck. If Percy wasn't half-witted, he wouldn't believe the stuff you're feeding him.
I resent that. Come in. All I ask is a little help.
Little help? Such as what?
Come in.
Marrying the poor sap.
Paula, really?
I'll take that pious expression off your face. I know where all those newspaper blurbs came from, and I tell you, I don't care for it.
Come in, so you don't, huh?
Let me tell you something else. I wouldn't marry your Mr. Piggott, not if he was the last man on earth and we were starving in the gutter.
Come in. What, Mr. Piggott?
Good evening. Delighted to see you, folks. It's me, Percy Piggott, the gump, the dog, the sack. Good morning, all.
$1 million thrown in the air because you can't keep your mouth shut.
Well, at least he heard the truth.
The truth? What's good in telling him the truth? Did you ever hear me tell the truth?
Never, intentionally.
Paula, really?
This is station WJZ, New York City. Tonight we present a ringside broadcast, a hookup from the stage of the Ziegfeld Theatre, an excerpt from the world premiere of the fabulous Percy Piggott musical, The Garter Girl, starring Lilac Lamour.
Hey, Mr. Piggott, quickly, the radio. It's New York. It's from Ziegfeld Theatre. Gee, get a load of this. It's that show of yours starring Lilac Lamour.
What's the date?
December 6th.
Holy smoke! It's the opening night of my new show.
You can bring her in better than this. You're going to enjoy this, Mr. Piggott.
I am and all, if it's as lousy as I think it's going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Garter Girl.
this world to be a loving wife.
But a time and God alive, you all your life.
Oh, got a girl.
The town belongs to me. You'll never find a smarter girl wherever you may be. If Mr. Allen telephones, I can't be good to him. I'm going to the morning coast to dance with Diamond Jim.
She's going to the morning coast to dance with Diamond Jim. I got a girl, the music is okay. Although she's known as not a girl, but all the Jim's okay. Let's take the world in the hill tonight. Take her to the brink. She's going to the morning coast to dance with Diamond Jim. She's going to the morning coast to dance with Diamond Jim.
The Ziegfeld audience is going crazy.
Dad, do listen. By gum, lads, done it.
Yes, sir. Garter Girl's here to stay. Lilac Lamore is Broadway's newest and biggest star.
Yeah, she made it!
Congratulations to you, Percival Piggott, wherever you are. Garter Girl should make $1 million.
What was that?
Yes, sir. 1 million.
Don't you understand? Your show's a smash hit in New York.
And you made Lilac Broadway's newest star. You gave her the chance. Oh, I always knew she'd make it. Thanks and congratulations.
And a boy, Mr. Piggott. What a bankroll, another $1 million.
But I don't want another $1 million. I want a cup of tea.
Don't want it? You mean you wanted the show to be a turkey?
I can't afford it.
Can't afford it?
Well, how do you like that?
Why, I suppose if show's a success, you'll take it off.
That's it, Motty. Take it off. You man, you get on to New York. Tell manager of Ziegfeld Theatre to give all in short a fortnight's notice and a month's salary.
But Mr. Piggott, you can't do that.
Holy...
You do as I say and quick.
Wait a god-picking minute. I'll put up with plenty from you. But when it comes to cold-blooded and wrecking the career of a girl who just made it in a big way, oh, brother, I've got a flash for you.
And what are you going to do about it?
See that radio? I'll smash it so small you won't even find the pieces.
Hey, wait a minute. It's a well-built lad.
And you do anything, Delilah, and you'll see.
Oh, take it easy, lads.
My goodness. Whatever's
Captain's been expecting.
Thunder and lightning! Open all windows!
Oh, don't worry, Lottie. Where are you? Sally, look, we're all right, anchored and safe from the sounding lagoon.
Mr. Piggott, we're at sea.
Sea?
We sailed out past the reef half-hour ago.
So, that's why they locked me in the cupboard, eh? Flock mutiny, flotsam and jetsam on the high sea. Did you give them orders, Lottie?
Dad knew nothing about it, Percy. I gave him.
Did not. You're to pick on someone and pick on me.
You're too tough.
We couldn't bear to see you losing all your money on the island.
So, Mr. Piggott, you're on your way back to New York.
3 weeks to January the 1st, oh, Sally. Sally, you don't know what you've done to me.
Mr. Piggott, sir, I don't like the look of things.
And I don't like the feel of things.
There's a gale blowing. We could be into great trouble by morning.
By morning? You're going to be in trouble tonight.
What?
Captain, who gave you orders to sail this ship?
I thought...
You thought? Who's owner of this yacht?
You, sir.
Well, turn round right away and get back to Ireland.
Turn round in this weather?
I don't care about weather. Do as you're told and get back.
What are you trying to do, Percy? Drown us all?
We'll only just clear the big reef, sir.
Well, if you can't clear it, take blasted thing with you. You've got your orders, Captain, obey them. Oh, stop.
Very good, sir. Don't blame me. You're the owner. Operator, you better stick mighty close to that radio.
Aye, Captain.
Percy, you must be out of your mind.
Oh, Sal, if we get back to New York now, I'm ruined.
While you're busy being ruined, I'm going to look at lifeboats. Come on, Sally.
What's going on? Captain says you've ordered the boat back to the island.
What if I have it? It's my ship.
In this weather, are you out of your mind? You don't know these waters.
No, but I'm beginning to learn them damn fast.
You crazy fool!
Oh, blimey, what's that?
Steering gear's gone by the sound of it.
Percy, we've struck the reef.
Oh, the damn fool. I told him to take it with him.
Captain says rudder's gone. We're going round in circles.
In circles? Oh, not it. You don't mean it. Oh.
Hey, Mr. Piggott, there's a ship calling us.
Oh, let me die. Oh.
She's answering my signal. About 2 miles off our port bow. She asks if we want to be taken in tow.
She does? Then tell her yes.
Percy, we don't need a tow. Captain Spitzrudder says he can get this yacht back to New York in 4 weeks.
4 weeks? That's no use to me. Young man, tell them we'll have this tow they've got.
Mr. Piggott, the salvage.
Salvage? What's that?
He means they want paying.
You bet, and they'll charge about half the value of this yacht.
And will I have to pay the money?
Maritime law, sir.
Then what are we waiting for?
But this yacht's worth $500,000.
Aye, and half that's $250,000. Let me get at that wireless. Come on, out of it.
He'll be ruined.
Owner's order, sir.
Aye, and it's the owner giving them Percy Piggott. What's that?
Hey, fetch, Captain, and you come away from that.
Mind your own interference. Hello? Hello? This is me. Is that you? What have you got in the way of tours? Well, have you got one for $250,000? Well, make it $300,000. That's all the money I've got. After that, I'm broke. Okay, come and fetch us. What I say? I'll pay for the rope.
So you've done it.
Aye, and if I turn me back, you'll undo it.
Aye, I will and all.
Well, you won't, see?
Percy, what are you going to do?
What I stopped Buddy from doing.
Happy New Year, Miss Lamore.
Miss Lamore, nothing. When did you get back?
Time for the big crash.
Oh, I know. Poor Percy Pigott.
Can't tough for you too, eh?
Oh, but didn't you hear? Billy Rose bought the show. We're carrying on just the same.
I didn't mean that exactly. I meant you and your screwball boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
Yeah, his shopping days are over.
Are you suggesting, Mr. Delaney, that there was ever anything between Percy and me?
Just a couple of fur coats.
How dumb can an intelligent character be? Don't you know Percy belongs to Sally?
Oh, it's got down funny way of showing it.
Well, he's a darn funny character. He's a lot like you, really.
Like me?
Sure, honey. You picked the girl you wanted. And you're gonna get her.
I am?
Sure, you big lug. Right now!
Babe, I'm so in love with you, it drives me almost frantic. I've so much to say to you, and all of it's romantic.
I'm all starry-eyed like any kid. So I'll say my piece in poetry, the way that Shakespeare did. Shall I compare me to a summer's day, a diamond clip, a rose coupe? Oh, baby, shall I simply say, thou art okay?
Shall I compare thee to a flowery copse, a brand new line in soda pops? I'll murmur as my heartbeat stops, I'll watch their tops.
Dear heart, as a swain thou couldst hardly be swallow. Thou art my lord and my love, my guy, my flower.
Shall I compare thee to a ship at sea, a rose in bloom, a symphony?
Just say that in a high degree thou art for me.
Shall I compare thee to a dawn in spring, a strength in space from none to king? How sweetie shall I simply sing, thou hast that thing.
Shall I compare thee to a Broadway show, a ruby ring, a new chapeau? Oh, with that well-known glow, thou art my beau.
For so, as they said in the days of Loverly, in truth, thou gettest me down both late and early.
Shall I compare thee to a honeybee, a barren check, the dready tea? Oh, say that in a high degree thou art for me.
Pretty baby, thou art just for me.
There you are, Mr. Pickett, sir. 3 passports, 3 steamer tickets.
Quarter to 12. Much obliged to you, Kelly. Yeah, this'll settle things. I'd like you to take that.
I can really, Mr. Pickett. It's been a real pleasure.
Oh, it'll be a real pleasure to me.
Thanks, sir. Goodbye.
Hey, not goodbye. I may be back. You never know. Oh, Silas, where are you?
Ordinary people like you and me, happy and contented as we can be. We can walk on air on our ordinary feet, strolling And along an ordinary street, ordinary people are we until the ordinary time of day is through. And when the ordinary moon is in the ordinary sky, what extraordinary things we do.
Oh, Percy.
Oh, Sally.
Why, you look just like Percy Pigott.
These old dogs.
I like you in them. It's like old times. It makes me almost happy.
Oh, I always wanted you to be happy, Sally. But you're not vexed with me?
Vexed? Were you? What about?
Being broke and, well, what the newspapers say, and everything.
Vexed? I'm glad. Glad it's happened.
Glad?
Now you're broke, I can say something to you that I've been wanting you to say to me for a long time.
What's that?
Percy, will you marry me?
Will I what?
Marry me. You've always been shy about coming to the point, and I couldn't do anything, not when you were rich. People would have said I was after your money, but it's you I'm after.
Well, it's a bit sudden, Sally.
Will you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Just give me about 5 minutes to think it over.
5 minutes? Think it over? Think it over? That's a fine way to treat a girl when she's made a fool of herself doing the asking.
Oh, Sally, you don't understand. What I mean is, just give me a few minutes. Give me till midnight.
I'll do nothing of the kind.
Oh.
If you don't know your own mind now, Percy Gordon Kitchener-Piggott, you never will. Go on, marry anyone you like. But don't ever dare come asking me again, Percival Gordon Kitchener-Piggott.
Oh, Sally, if
Hey,
I could
what's all
only
this?
explain.
Have you two been quarrelling? Good evening, Mr. Piggott.
Oh, hello, Mr. Connolly. My Sally's just asked me to marry her. And I had to say no.
Asked you to marry her? Why, you good-for-nothing, blithering, extravagant, daft, gormless monkey!
The Whittle Please is just on midnight, and I fancy the young lady is going to have quite a pleasant surprise. Well, that is if everything is in order.
Everything's all right with me, Mr. Connolly.
The whole million's gone.
Everything, every nickel, every cent. Here's some of the receipts, look.
You are now quite penniless.
Absolutely. Flat, stony broke. In fact, I'm skint.
Well, in that case, Mr. Piggott, it is my proud duty...
Percy, there you are. Thought you might be gone.
Well, what's up?
That $20 that left me on the yacht. Here it is.
$20. Oh, that's too bad.
Hey! You borrowed that $20 from me to lend him.
So I did. Here you are. Now, Mr. Connolly, flat, stony broke.
Capital.
Oh, Percy, I only heard this morning. I brought you this.
What's that?
$3,000. It's yours.
$3,000.
I sold that fur coat. There's the money.
But it's not my money.
Oh, but it is, Percy. Every penny of it.
Bad luck, Piggott.
But I don't want it. Take it away.
That won't do. You can't give it away.
Then I failed.
Oh, of course, there is a little matter of my legal fees.
Oh, it's too late. It's midnight, and I don't suppose that would be very much. How much would that be, Mr. Connolly?
Well, suppose you say, $3,000.
$3,000. Are you kidding, Mr. Connolly? Oh, you're not. Bag of your champion. They are, Mr. Connolly.
My congratulations, Mr. Piggott, on being the fortunate possessor of $7 million.
$7 million? Happy New Year!
Oh, Sally, I couldn't tell you before, but under my uncle's will, I had to spend $1 million in order to get 7, and I've done it. And now I can say, will you marry me?
Yes, Percy.
And we go to Blackpool on our honeymoon?
Aye, and I'll come with it.
Hey, Motty, we can manage for yourselves this time.
So